The producer's point of view.
All right, we back in the building. You already know what it is. DWI, New York's most influential producer, and that used to be with beats and engineering, but now I'm in the podcast space. They call me the Podfather, but I'm here with an international sensation right now, and I'm familiar with the country that this young lady is from, because my son is born in Toronto, and I've been going back and forth for 14 years. So we're gonna have a little Canadian conversation. I call it Canadia, but welcome to the show. Welcome to Wall Street.
Hey.
Tinywiings and her crew.
Yes, and the crew. Right. Thank you so much for having us.
So first of all, shout out to your crew, because your crew is actually in here doing what crews do, doing what support do.
The team, the whole crew.
And shout out to my man 8 around Revenue AR. It's my guy. He always seems to get something that's substantial and bring it through the studio. So he was talking about you for a little while. So let's give the audience a little bit of background about you and where you grew up at and where it all began in Calgary,
Calgary,
Canada.
Canada.
All right.
Yeah, so it's your girl Tinywiings. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So yeah, it's pretty far from Toronto, but yeah, most people just know Toronto. I started rapping only like 6 years ago now. I started writing poetry when I was really young, so that's kind of where it came from. And then my oldest brother, he's a rapper, and he was the one who kind of got me into putting poetry to beats and kind of showing me how to structure a song.
So poetry was definitely your first inception into the music.
For sure, yes. I was always like, as soon as I learned how to write, I was trying to write rhymes. I was just like fascinated with rhymes.
All right, so now I'm curious. Coming from Alberta, Calgary, Canada, what was the artist that inspired you out there? And I outside of the obvious, but let's just see if it was someone else besides the obvious.
Yeah, I don't know. It's honestly like up there where I'm from. It's actually known as Cowtown, so it's a lot of like country music and stuff like that. So it's not very big for hip hop and rap. But yeah, I definitely was influenced by like, Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, all of the female rappers.
American rappers. So there was
there wasn't any Canadian ones that really
female.
That really ever inspired me. No offense.
that gave you a lane. I mean, you just got into
that's what I'm saying.
Privileged position to take over for the
That's what's up.
For that side of the border.
Hey.
So all right, so that's cool. So now I'm just curious. You got the team here. I want to know, how was you discovered? What were you doing that got the attention of your label guys that's in the building right now?
Yeah, so it was actually when I first started rapping. I think this was in 2020, and I did this international hip hop contest, and I came like 4th or 5th out of, I think it was about 1,600 other artists.
It was a contest?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of the like prizes was getting to talk to industry people, and Hayes was one of them. So that was quite a few years ago though, and he kind of just always had his eye on me and whatnot, was building ShowOff Gang and everything. And then just last summer, he hit me back up and kind of had things rolling and was like, what do you have that's unreleased? And just went from there, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's unique when I talk to Canadian artists just across the board. And I know, like we said, Toronto is way further away from, Calgary and Alberta. But I believe that, I go up there, I listen to the radio, I get into the culture as much as I do. And I still feel like it's just it's a different type of way that you guys and girls, how y'all communicate there. It's almost like, I don't know what the support is, or if it's not no support. So what has that been like in your town that you're from, or in your area? Have you found that you got a lot of support?
I feel like I do within the hip hop community and like with other artists and stuff, but in general, Calgary is more into like country music and pop and all that. So like that's the audience kind of there.
So Calgary's like our Texas.
It is, or truly. That's what they call Alberta. Okay. Like they're trying to like I'm
Yeah,
not even
'cause-
going to get into the politics
no,
of
because
it.
I
But
think Canada in itself, like the way that it's stressed across, and you have Quebec, you have like different
Yeah.
stuff up there. So us Americans just hear Canada and just think of maybe Toronto.
Yeah, just in
But-
general, most people are like, "Oh, you from the 6?" I'm like, "No."
Nah, and my son was born in Ontario.
Yeah.
Not Ontario, Ottawa, excuse me.
Okay. Ottawa, Ontario.
Right,
You good,
right,
you
right.
good.
So, and then we made the transition over there to Toronto. So, what is the music scene like that? You mentioned that the rap scene, the hip hop scene supports you. So what is the scene like there? As far as performing and...
Yeah, like we're all pretty close. We have like the YYC Music Awards every year, so I won that in 2020, which was dope.
You just snatching everything, huh?
And then I was nominated last year and the year before, but a couple of my friends won. So, but yeah, I honestly can like almost name all of the rappers in Calgary because there's just not that many of them. But yeah, we definitely go to each other's shows. If there's opportunities that would suit one of us better, we are always kind of looking out for each other in that way because the community's so small. We just had this festival called Sled Island, and that was all different.
Slut Island?
No, that's what they thought too when I said Sled Island, like
sled.
sledding. Yeah, and you're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, I got a heavy E. Yeah. E sound like a U.
Sled. But yeah, that was. It was like a 4-day festival, and it's just all different venues all over Calgary, all different genres, artists from all over. Like there was people from all over the States, all over Canada, but it's in Calgary every year. So I got to perform at that twice, and yeah, just the amount of support of the other artists going to each other's shows, even though they had just had a show or they're not performing till later, they're always coming early or staying late to make sure that they're there for you, and so obviously I do the same for them. So yeah, it's pretty tight-knit community, I feel.
That's dope. So at the beginning of becoming an artist, like what was one of your favorite things to do in terms of like recording, producing, or promoting? Was it like this?
Writing is my favorite part.
So you rather be in the studio writing than to perform or to put...
No, I love writing and performing are my favorite.
I should have told you can only pick one, but I was trying to just make it it's more
Well, if I
conversational.
had to choose, I'd probably say performing because I feel like that's when I'm like can actually be Tinywiings.
Right, you could be Tinywiings.
Can be hype and like
up.
the adrenaline and everything. But when I'm just chilling, I just love writing all the time. So.
All right, so check this out. For the viewers that's watching, y'all get to see Tinywiings in the studio on Wall Street. This is what New Blacks on Wall Street is, like, so that's what we represent here. And so we're gonna get into one of your records, right? And then when we come back, we're gonna talk to you and your team about what you got coming up and what is next up for your brand and everything that's under the envelope of that. All right, so let's get into some more music. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back more with Calgary's own Tinywiings is in the building. All right, we back in the building. You already know what it is. The producer's point of view, the A&R report, new music Wednesdays. I always say everything now because I'm connected. I produce a lot of different brands and I just want to make sure that I'm inclusive. But if you wasn't tuned in and you just tuned back in, I am in here with one of the greats from Canada. Y'all know what you know how I call it. Calgary, actually, because it ain't Toronto. You got Tinywiings in the building. Tinywiings, what's up?
Holla.
I'm good. So you moving around and moving and shaking today. So I don't want to hold you up too long, but I got your team in the building too. So I just want to get a little backstory on them and what the projection is, what they got going on, and how we can work together as media and as international talents, and how we can blow you up even more. So
definitely,
y'all can introduce yourself. Y'all got to talk close to the mics.
What up? It's the boy Jay Hayes, CEO of ShowOff Gang Music. Right. Free my guy Tory. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to Canada.
Hey.
Pittsburgh, PA all day.
And that's you from PA?
Yeah, PA.
All right, shout out to PA. Come on, let's go, big dog. Benefactor.
What's going on, people? It's Benefactor Twan Benefactor, ShowOff Gang Vice President. It's all about Tinywiings. We're going to turn her up. Make sure you tuning in. She got some heat coming. She got some heat out. If you don't know it, search for Tinywiings.
Two eyes.
Two eyes.
Two eyes
ShowOff
in the
Gang.
wings.
All right, so let's talk about what the rollout is. What's in production now? The songs you working now. I know y'all got things going on with labels. You know, when I see interviews and people are like, well, you know, I can't really discuss it yet. All right, so let's skip what you can't discuss. Let's just go into what you can discuss. I know it sounds cool, and people be like, you know, I got a lot going on, I can't discuss it.
Yeah, it's under
that
wraps,
doesn't mean nothing.
yeah.
Like, and I don't want nobody to leak out information because I'm not like one of those. I want to help everybody progress. Like I got a chance to work with J. Cole or interview him before he got his big star. I got a chance to talk to Nipsey before he got his big star. Got a chance to talk to Cardi before she got her big star. A bunch of artists. So I've been here for a long time, 26 years now, doing this independent radio spotlight. So now I want to know what you got going on now, so that when I look back at it like 5 years in the future back, I'm like, oh, I remember when she came up and she was starting here. So where are we at right now?
So next thing coming out will be an EP, so I'm super excited for that. I don't know the exact date, but there's a bunch of new songs that I'm super, super excited to share with everybody. Just been working on the EP, working really hard with the team, and I'm not too sure. You gotta ask these guys when it's coming out. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. The floor is there for them. Anything they want to promote or put out about you or about their companies, we can do that now as we wrap this segment.
Tinywiings' new EP's coming out September. You know what I mean? Look out for that. ShowOff Gang Sony.
Hey.
We partnered to do that. And listen,
Yes, sir.
we got a single coming out this month. We got a single coming out next month. And we got a single coming out the month after that.
So basically, this is their first. You know, this is the first part of their media run. So we're gonna keep it short, sweet, and exclusive right now. And then when we get more information about, you know, the drops, the songs that come out, the promo, I'll make sure that, you know, you guys get it first here, and then I'll tag her in, and, you know, we do that collaboration thing great on social media, so everybody will be in the same loop. But I'm definitely here to be a part of everyone's success and not nobody's failures. So y'all know y'all got DWI, Damatrix Studios, DigiWax, I got DJ Bedtime, which is Remy Ma's DJ. That's my partner. We do the A&R report on Monday nights. So we're gonna get the music out there rotating, and I'll just connect y'all for more with drops and the new music, and we'll just stay in connection.
And listen, like Tinywiings is about to be the biggest new female artist out there.
That's it.
Like ShowOff Gang is the biggest label coming out right now. Nobody's gonna be bigger than us. Like it's get down to get rolled over, because right now we winning. Nobody can beat us right now. In no way, in no shape, or fashion.
And y'all not even sticking to just U.S. soil. Y'all across the borders with it, which I know.
What's some more coming down the pipe? But make sure you following us, ShowOff Gang Music, at ShowOff Gang Music on IG and everywhere else. You did.
All right. I appreciate y'all for coming out, and y'all stay tuned for more music and more Tinywiings in the near future, right here exclusively on the Producer's Point of View, Damatrix Studios. We out.
DWI Music.